resonates so powerfully for me, and I know for the guy I'm going to be introducing in a minute. Father Judge is somebody that every person in the United States would know his name except for one reason. And if you're not familiar with his story, you're about to hear it. We consulted a variety of sources on this, but I worked with a gentleman named Mychal who produced a documentary about Father Judge, the Saint of 9/11. And Malcolm couldn't be here with us, but he did send his statement. So, according to Malcolm, I did not know Father Judge personally during his lifetime. As the executive director of Saint of 9/11, I learned about him from those who did know him. He was as close to a Christ-like as anyone who I've known of. At screenings of Saint of 9/11, I met people who had met him. And whether briefly over a longer duration, meeting Mychal Judge was one of the most memorable moments of their lives. He never thought of himself as special, but he was one of the most special of all of God's creations. I'd like to introduce Martin Grachla, who is here from Dignity Chicago, who is representing the consortium which sponsored the play.
Hello, everyone. I really want to thank everyone. Oh, thanks, Victor. The sponsorship of this plaque, while led by Dignity Chicago, was the work of many people. We had contributions coming in from all of our Dignity community, from Aglow, the Archdiocesan Gay Lesbian Outreach, from Old St. Pat's, from the Franciscan Friary of San Damiano here in Chicago, and from Dignity USA and Dignity New York, and other people all across the city. So we're very grateful at this effort and this outpouring of love and desire to make sure that Father Judge was recognized not only as the extraordinary Franciscan minister that he was, but also as an out and very proud gay man. We're very delighted to be able to have sponsored this plaque. Dignity Chicago's affinity for Mychal Judge comes in recognition of his ministry to Dignity New York, to the poor, the marginalized, people living with AIDS, and to many individuals just struggling to understand their place in this world. We, like Father Mychal, have found our ministry outside the formal walls of our church and have refused to be silent about our relationship with God as LGBTQI people. We hope that Father Mychal's life will serve as an inspiration for future generations and a recognition of so many whose selfless service has helped to bring healing to our world. Father Mychal truly embodied the prayer of St. Francis. He was truly an instrument of the Lord's peace. Where there was hatred, he brought love. Where there was injury, he brought pardon. Where there was doubt, he brought faith. Where there was despair, he brought hope. Where there was darkness, he brought light. And where there was sadness, he brought joy. Father Mychal, we are grateful for your life. Amen.
I could never have an on-screen life, apparently. Who is doing the honors? Pitching. Vision Win, Lincoln Park High School.
Father Mychal was a beloved priest who made his way through the streets of New York in his Franciscan robes and sandals at all hours of the day.
Much louder.
Gregarious and mischievous, he had a knack for telling great stories and bursting into old Irish standards at a drop of a hat. As well known to the city's mayor as he was to the homeless and the hungry. Father Mychal was a streetwise pastor, a counselor, and a peacemaker, very much in touch with human vulnerability. Families wanted their babies baptized by him. Firefighters arranged for their marriages according to a schedule, and many prayed that he would officiate their funerals, especially gay men dying from AIDS. He left a deep impression on all who encountered him. Father Mychal was a regular at Alcoholics Anonymous meetings and often spoke about the gift of sobriety. He was also open about being gay with the friars whom he felt he could trust and his friends from the gay Catholic group Dignity/New York though he lamented in his diary, "I thought of my gay self and how the people I meet never get to know me fully." He served as chaplain to the New York Fire Department and was particularly close to the firefighters of Engine 1 Ladder 24, whose firehouse was across from the street from the friary where he lived. They loved him for his encyclopedic memory of their family members' names, birthdays, and interests. On September 11, 2001, he was among the first responders to the site of the World Trade Center terrorist bombing. Although, after declining an invitation to join city officials in a place of safety, Father Mychal entered the North Tower saying that he needed to be with his men. He was killed by falling debris after administering the last rites to a dying firefighter. For his heroism and dedication to the FDNY, Father Mychal Judge was given the solemn honor of being designated Victim 1, the first recorded casualty of 9/11, nicknamed Saint Mychal. He remains an inspiration to many, especially New York firefighters and LGBT Roman Catholics worldwide.
Thank you, Virginia. Who's doing the honor? We welcome Father Mychal Judge to the legacy wall.